I hope you're having a good day or a good evening, and once again I thank you for allowing me to spend a little bit of time with you. Today's video blog is going to be a little bit different because I'm specifically speaking to a group of young people, young adults, whom I call the Young Adult Church, who are preparing for the sacrament of confirmation. And I must admit that this idea of doing this blog for them was really not mine. It came from one of our viewers, and we are very appreciative that many of you, or some of you, are giving us suggestions on what we can do to make this meaningful, because we do believe that it is a way of communicating with you, letting you know some of the things that are going on in the Archdiocese of New Orleans that you may not know otherwise. So I will address this to the Young Adult Church, my sisters and brothers who are preparing for confirmation, or maybe those who have just celebrated confirmation. Just last night I had the opportunity to celebrate the sacrament of confirmation with 52 young people. I address you because I admire your willingness and your boldness in living your faith. In confirmation preparation, you go to classes, retreats, projects, days of prayer, and as you know, that experience of gaining an understanding of the teachings of the Church and of being prepared and open to receive the gift of the Holy Spirit does take you time, and it creates, I'm sure, some tensions in your schedule. Thank you for doing that. Also, thank you for being bold enough and courageous enough to say that your faith means something to you and that you want to live as a Catholic Christian for the rest of your life. As you know, what you're saying in confirmation is that you are confirming your baptismal commitment. You receive the gift of the Holy Spirit at baptism. And through confirmation, you receive the fullness of the Spirit. And in that sacrament, God reminds you how special and loved you are by Him, but also you are sent with the gift of the Spirit to be a witness of faith, to live your faith in the day-to-day world, to be a witness. What does it mean to be a witness? That we do our best at home, in school, in the community, to follow the values of Jesus and to live them out. Today, as you and I know, that's not always easy, because there certainly are other values in the world that would contradict the values of Jesus and what the Catholic Church stands for. It gives me so much joy. It gives me so much joy to think of you as the Young Adult Church, that you are able to make this commitment and to desire to live a life of discipleship. I hope and pray that on the day of your confirmation, whether it was recently or in the future, that your hearts will be wide open and that you will truly receive the gift of the Spirit. And it is a new chapter in your life, and that's why you're given the opportunity and encouraged to take a confirmation name, because you seek the prayers and the intercession of one of the saints whom you admire. I would also ask you to be very careful in choosing your confirmation sponsor, because that should be a person who is a practicing Catholic, who values their faith, and someone to whom you can look up to see the values of Jesus lived out, and someone who values the Catholic Church. Lastly, as you know, my sisters and brothers, the Young Church, the Young Adult Church, confirmation is not graduation. It doesn't mean that you've finished your religious education. It doesn't mean that you've finished your formation. It is another step, but I would hope that as young adults and adults, that you would continue to be formed in your faith and continue to value what the Church teaches. We're living in a time when simple things like going to Mass on Sunday is not really seen as a responsibility, but it is. And it is by going to Mass on Sunday that we are nourished again with the body and blood of Christ, that we can go forth to be witnesses. So please make this day of confirmation a lifetime commitment to be open to the Spirit and to live your faith. I admire you, I value you, and I certainly do very much appreciate your desire to be open to the gift of the Spirit and to bring that spirit of love to others. God's peace and many, many thanks to you, the Young Adult Church.